So what's up, guys? Today we'll be talking about why you should not listen to Dave Ramsey financial advice. So Dave Ramsey is known for his financial advice, his live show that people call in, and he give good advice if you're in financial ruin or you're in a lot of debt. But other than that, if you're financial responsible and you want to know more where to invest your money, I don't think he's very good at giving advice because he just have those seven baby steps that tell you how to save your money and invest 15%. I think those are too general. It's not individualized. I know that he also has he sell program that it more personalized, but you gotta pay money for that. It doesn't make sense. You're in debt. Why would you pay more money for him? So he's really good for people that try to get out of debt and you don't have a financial responsibility on how to use your credit cards, because he's real big at like, oh, cash is king and you should cut up your credit cards and you should not use credit card. That's the one that I don't agree with him. So the first point that I don't agree with him is that you should cut up all your credit cards and use only cash or use whatever the money that just come in. People need to build credit. That's why you should use credit cards. Why you should build your credit is because when you apply for a lease or apply for an apartment, they're going to check your credit. If your credit is not good, it's going to be more difficult for you to find a good place to live in, or you're going to apply for a car loans or a mortgage. That's why you should use your credit cards. I did my research. It's about 45% pay off their credit cards off fully in the full amount every month. So if you're responsible, I think you should be able to use your credit card responsibly and build your credit. I don't think you should cut up your credit cards and listen to him. But if you can't control your spending and you had a lot of debt, you should listen to Dave Ramsey. I think his advice is good for the people that cannot get their financial in order. And also, he also advised that you should pay off all your debt. That's in one of his baby steps. So there's a good debt and bad debt. So good debt, it's something that you loan out money, and for example, you loan out money for your business, or to invest in yourself, and that is, I believe that one is good debt. So if you loan out money and you keep growing your business and reinvest in yourself and reinvest in your business, I believe that's a good debt. And bad debt would be credit cards with high interest rate. I believe anything under, for my personal standard, anything under or above 6%, that's a bad debt. So that one, I think you should pay it off. But if anything that help you grow your business, or anything that help you expand or you get more return with your money that you loan out, you should not pay that off early. For example, he say that you should pay off your house in full as soon as possible. I don't agree with him on that, because if you pay off your debt in full or your mortgage in full, you could instead use that money to buy more properties or invest in S&P 500 or an index fund that which usually give a 7% return. If you're going to pay off your mortgage, which is only 3% right now, is about high 2s and to like 3%, which is nothing. I think that's like free money. If you were to invest that in an index fund or use that to leverage to buy more properties. That it's how you grow wealth. I don't believe that you should pay off your house as soon as possible, because you can use that money to leverage it to make it grow. And that's how rich people leverage their money. They use debt to buy more stuff that build more stream of incomes or to grow their money. And also, he say to max out your 401k to get the match. But that's not for everybody. Not everybody has a match at their work. So for me personally, it doesn't work for me because I save money to put down on more properties. So I don't max out my 401k. And in my situation right now, I don't have the match at my work. So that would not work for me. So I would advise that if you have the match, try to get that first, but the rest you should save that money for either Roth IRA or put it into index fund. I think those index fund will give you about 7 to 8% in average for the past so many years. And if you want to buy rental property, you will have to, get something that's more than 7%. Usually I look for something at least 10 to 14%. It's gonna be hard to look at get those deals, but it will pay off when you find that deals. It will take times to find the properties, and I would suggest if you were to start up, you should put money into an index fund. That will be the easier way. But there's so many advantages to rental property. That's why I would suggest you to look into it. I will definitely make more videos about rental properties. For me personally, I have about 4 units at the moment, and I also have a passive investment into an apartment syndication also. So it definitely, if you want to make more money, put it in real estate or index fund. And the other thing I don't like about his approach is that Dave Ramsey is very rigid on how he wants things. He's been doing this for years and he never changed his methods. I think this is more like a people that want to retire when they're like at the age of 65, or it's a boomer generation approach. But for millennials, I believe it's a little different, because not everybody want to retire at 65. I'm planning to retire way before that. So, and with the debt, he is focusing on, okay, you're supposed to work 100 hours, work like intense, work very intensely, work like a gazelle intense. So you gotta work 100 hours and take no vacation, and you're supposed to work as much as you can to pay out the debt, to save for emergency fund. Some people, they could do that, but not everybody does do that. You could have a work stress that could affect your health issue. So for example, I talked to one of my friend that she has a problem when she works. She got so stressed out, she get anxiety, and she couldn't eat, been losing weight because she been working so much. So, for her, it's gonna take time because because the stress is affecting her for working a lot. And also Dave Ramsey is saying that you should not take any vacations. I believe you should take vacation to relieve some stress, take care of yourself first. It might take you a year longer, 2 years longer to pay off that debt, but that's okay. You should take care of yourself first before you take care of that debt, because health it's wealth. If your health is not good, then what's the point of paying off all that debt? And some people might have, their kids to take care of, so they couldn't work all the time. That's another problem. And also, I think it's completely okay if you know what you want. And if you know that you want to take vacation, you save up for that. And it might take you longer, but that's okay. It depends on if you're okay with it or not. As long as you meet your goal and your health is still good, I think that's the good plan. And he also saying that you should work for school or work while you're in school. I mean, I believe that could be a good advice for some people, but some people they have to focus um on school if they're having like a really intense major like engineer or nursing or pre-med. They have to focus in school. I believe they should focus in school first and then worry about the debt later. I mean, this is my opinion. It doesn't have You don't have to be intense all the time that okay, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna go to school at the same time. Your grade might suffer. And all the other way, if you were to go for something like a business major or some major that some or a job that doesn't require a degree, I would recommend not going to college at all, because you could try to get a job and build your way up, build your skills. I believe now school, unless you're getting a very like professional like being an engineer, being a doctor, being a pharmacist, nurses, lawyer, you don't really need to go to college for that. If you were to be besides those professions, if you want to be in business, a business major, well, you could just start your own business and start doing something. Work and save and invest in yourself. Start saving some money, and I think that's the best approach for that. And one more thing that I don't think you should listen to Dave Ramsey is that he tell you not to go to the party, not to hang out with your friends because you don't have any money. Or don't hang out with your family, don't take vacation, don't do anything that you spend money on. In my opinion, is that if that stuff is really important to you, make a budget and then make something that you could afford, and then go there and make sure you spend responsibly. And if that thing make you like, say you go to a get together and that thing make you happy, go there, but make sure you spend your money within your budget. And make sure you don't go out the budget. Or the other way around, you could reduce whatever you spend your money on. Like, let's say you go out with friends 2 times a week. You could reduce that to 1 time a week, just to have you still happy and you taking care of yourself mentally. I think that's really important. I feel like not everybody it's gonna be able to isolate themselves, just work and not doing anything. And I believe mental health, it's important for everybody also. So you just got to take care of that. If that thing make you feel good, make a budget for that event and go do it, just to take care of yourself mentally. Well, let me know how you think about it. Let me know how you think about my opinions. Don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment what you think. All right, thanks guys, bye.